Welcome back, everybody, to the Miami Hurricanes Dynasty, where we have brought the Hurricanes a national championship for the first time since 2001. This has been a fun team to construct, and I wasn't quite ready to be done yet with the Canes. I do want to see the conclusion to the stories for some of these players, and perhaps they could be coming here shortly because not everybody stays until their senior season. I don't know what happens with our star running back, Randy Titus. But there are some players in this series whose stories deserve to be completed, and perhaps we'll even see some of these players further on down the road. This season did kind of catch me by surprise, as it comes on the back of a season where we had a disappointing stretch, missed the playoffs, and had to settle for the Pop-Tart Bowl. Sorry for that unfortunate bit of foreshadowing, Hurricane fans. But what is going to be next for the likes of quarterback Colin Kunalik, who never really fixed all of his flaws, yet we still won a championship, and he certainly had his great moments in the national championship win against the Oregon Ducks with his 2 rushing touchdowns. I'm planning on this being a more substantial episode. I'm going to cover the offseason and take us into the next year of Hurricane football. I have no idea how many more of these I will do, but I'm trying to get this series closer to the end, and just simulating out a year or two wouldn't really be all that satisfying. I try to give my series proper conclusions, and I have intended for this to be a shorter series, but still give it a good conclusion. I'm excited to see what challenges could present in this offseason, as I haven't really done much of this in college football 25. Seeing players that are redshirt sophomore as highly rated as some of ours are, if we end up with players declaring early or whatever happens there, I'm sticking to my previous rules of not convincing running backs to return, which we have a very good one, and also not telling players to come back if they're projected to go in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft. So, as we begin this episode, the Canes are on top of the college football world. We've been a destination for 5-star prospects throughout this mini little rebuild. We've had the best defense in college football, anchored by the legendary Marquise Lightfoot, a Heisman Trophy winner, going out a national champion. Does running back Randy Titus, after 1 year of starting, decide his stock will never be higher for the draft? Let's hit the players leaving stage. And 2 players do want to go pro, Larry Slaughter and Randy Titus. There is no persuasion chance regardless. They are both round 1 players. How is Marquise Lightfoot a round 3 guy? He shouldn't be going any lower than 3rd overall, not 3rd round. But Randy Titus and his college career are now wrapped up. And Larry Slaughter, who was a part of, I think, my very first recruiting class, also declares. Titus and Slaughter indeed go round 1, and I did get Marquise Lightfoot apparently into the 2nd round through my complaints. 3 second-round picks, a 7th in Cole McConaughey. Oh, we also lose Cameron Pruitt. He was a big part of that defense. That's a defense that's impossible to replace. I mean, guys like Lightfoot don't come around very often. I don't think so anyway. So all we got from Randy Titus was 1 elite season after a couple years of being a contributor. That's college football sometimes. And it's cool that that type of thing is possible in this game when it almost never happened by default in NCAA 14. I don't believe I ever lost a redshirt sophomore to the draft in any prior games. And even if I tried to have him come back, it would have failed. So this team ends up losing its top rusher, its top 2 wide receivers, the Heisman Trophy winner and sack leader Marquise Lightfoot. They lose Cole Carmichael, Cole McConaughey, Sharif Ladd. So that's a ton of production out the door for this team. Defending the title is not going to be easy. When I left off in this series, I was done recruiting high school players. We had a relatively small senior class of only 15 players. 2 early declares makes it 17 outgoing players. And this class already had 11. I was going to do the rest through the portal. So I do have a 4-star gem running back incoming in Johnny Thompson. I have a 5-star wide receiver in Sean Folk, and on the surface here, I'd have to expect him to be in a position to possibly play. Then I have a 5-star edge rusher in Earl Westbrook at 6'6", 260 run stopper. Can't wait to check out those ratings. Talia Ringo, 4-star interior pass rusher. And then some really good linebackers. It's been fun recruiting linebackers in this game. It's been one of my favorite positions, seeing some of the freaky athletes and skill sets you can get. 2 good players here in the secondary, including a 5-star corner, and then 1 safety. And the portal isn't giving us any way to look at replacing Randy Titus. Only 2 4-star players, and neither are interested in Miami. Can you believe that? The 3 stars aren't even interested. As a matter of fact, not a single running back. That doesn't make any sense. And then there are 0 4-star or 5-star receivers in the portal. So our receiver options are even extremely limited. Terrell Jordan. I 100% recruited him. As a matter of fact, I think I had him and cut him. So chances are I'm best sticking with who we have. This is like really strange. Why does nobody want to come to Miami? Did they like ban us or something? I'm not understanding what's going on here. It is only possible for me to talk with 4 4-stars in the whole portal and less than 10 3-stars. Something must have graded out poorly or something. I don't get it. So with this team looking for a title defense then, you're hoping for one of these running backs to step up a little bit. And this is a pretty good situation, having Max Boger, Jaden Mastrud, Ted Good was a 5-star player. The receiver position is a little trickier because these players are lower 80s. And now they all have to become starters. Sean Simons, to me, can step into that role. You all know I've been gushing about Sean Simons since I discovered him when recruiting, but has he already reached his ceiling? Ultimately, this offensive line started 4 guys that weren't seniors and should all be returning there, so I'm not really worried about the state of the offense necessarily. I just think that you lose a little bit of offensive firepower. You lose a lot on defense, significant. Where are you making up for it? Where are you better this year? And I can't really pinpoint what we're going to be better at this season. So that would give me some pause in thinking about us returning as champions. Maybe the secondary. You know, this has been like a pass rush-led defense for a couple years. Maybe now it's a blend of the two. Because, come on, I recruited in a way where we're still going to have pass rushers. But I don't know if we have a Heisman winner out there. But the secondary's stronger. I guess you're going to have to call me Dabo Swinney this year because no one's coming in the portal. I've never had this happen before where I'm actually done recruiting entering the offseason. I scouted 3 players and they don't make the cut. They had under 80 awareness. So unless somebody flipped to Miami, we only are going to have 11 players in the entire class. Now that's a really, really good 11 players. But our class is going to be ranked a lot lower now at only 22. How does Miami, Ohio only bring in 7 players the whole year, though? I do have some athletes coming in, though, so at least we have something to do here in the offseason. Let's start off here with Coco Macari. I brought him in thinking he's a quarterback. That's what his traits are. It's scrambler archetype with 92 speed, 83 carrying. As long as he has a solid arm, 91 throw power, 84 short, 78 medium, and 76 deep. A lot to like there. The receiver ratings wouldn't be ideal for the route running, but I mean 83 release, 87 spec catch. I think running back would be a great fit. If I were to project out quarterback after Colin Kunalik, of course I brought in Shakir Barmore thinking he would be the eventual guy and maybe the guy that would bring us to the national championship. And we really got there quicker than I expected. And the game likes him as a running back versus quarterback. I think I'm still going to have him list at quarterback, though. He'd be a backup at either spot, but I think that the starting potential is pretty high at quarterback still for him. Taekwon Papo, I wanted him to be an offensive lineman or pass rusher. They like him more as a rusher. which happens to be the case for most of these athletes that fit the offensive line. He's strong enough to play in at guard, and his offensive line ratings are all very solid to begin. So it's all that stacked up against 86 finesse moves, 70 block shed. I think because our current defensive tackles are so good and more complete, and especially in terms of their run stopping, I'm okay taking the overall hit and leaving him an offensive lineman. Johnny Thompson's going to be running back. That's what I assumed he would be the whole time. And then our last athlete is Ron Lampman. They list him at linebacker and like him more at safety. So then it comes down to athleticism and maybe some man coverage. Very athletic, 92 speed. So would be a plus athlete at either spot. 83 tackling, 80 block shed, and only 77 zone, 65 man. So again, I got to say no. It's going to be linebacker instead for Ron Lampman. All right, what does training results throw our way this year? Top-rated player out of nowhere is Jaden Mastrud. Maybe not completely nowhere, but he wouldn't have been in my first 10 guesses. So there is your Randy Titus replacement then. Wide receiver turned running back. And now star running back, Jaden Mastrud. He'll be one of our key ball carriers this season. Fernando Flores at center. Redshirt sophomore, 93 center. That is so cool. Shakir Skaggs, 92 redshirt freshman. Not even draft eligible yet. Kevin Irving takes a jump. Caesar Chin, Max Boger. Even Colin Kunalik is a little bit stronger, it appears. And of course, coming off the championship season, he would look to be our quarterback again. Shakir Barmore gets a bump up to 82, as he then would have to look at holding off Coco Makari. We have Mastrud, Boger, Good, really good trio there at running back. The receivers don't develop nearly as much. I've brought in a lot of really good receivers. Josh Esquivel is an 85. Quentin Prescott does have 3 physical abilities as an 85. And then Sean Simons. So this would be the new starting trio. Paul McCracken, though, he has the best medium of the bunch. We're left with 4 starting offensive linemen that are 90 overall or better. And the D-line now, we're talking about Tremaine Treadwell, Lester Judowski, guys I've been waiting to get more playing time. With Shakir Skaggs, the 92 freshman, Kevin Dombrowski. That's a very scary front 4. We have great linebackers still to replace the likes of Cam Pruitt. At cornerback, though, we don't take a big leap. That's so strange. At receiver and corner, 2 of our lower-rated positions, they just kind of stay that way. And then at safety, we do have a couple guys to replace there. Deontay Witherspoon gets a chance to start potentially. And then Matthew Schneck, Alex McCants. I guess we'd have 3 guys there to consider starting. And I kind of like Schneck over McCants, looking at the man coverage being better and the zone being a little bit higher. No need to encourage transfers. This is the smallest roster I've really had in this game with 79 players. And that's pretty much the offseason there. We're on to preseason 2029. New schedule, new year of recruiting. Now, my plan is for this series to wind down, and we have a new season getting underway. I'm not just going to put recruiting on autopilot right away. I'm probably going to build that initial board, get the scouting underway, and then maybe transition it to auto recruiting later on. Because I really don't know how much more of this that I'll do, but if there's a good response from it and there is a demand for more, I don't want to give half effort and kind of hurt the series by doing that. So I'll take the extra time to do some recruiting here as we do this episode. We'll throw Florida on the schedule this year in week 5, and we apparently open with Auburn. I'm guessing that's probably a real matchup, because I don't know how they come up with these deals. Hey, do you want to play us in 7 years from now, and then again 5 years down the road? I don't really understand how you do that. After the small class last year, we have another small one this year, only 16 outgoing players. So again, this can probably be a lighter class. I think I've done a pretty good job of making sure none of these classes are too massive, like 30 plus players in one class outgoing. I like it manageable like this. Bringing in 20 players a year or so should be plenty. And the seniors this year include Jaden Mistrud, but then most of the top of our roster are still sophomore and juniors. Mistrud, Treadwell, Edmond, Tyreek Teague, the postseason hero, Tony Rizzo. Even our quarterback, Colin Kunalik, is still a junior. By the way, I did want to check on Coco Macari. Forgot his development. It is star. And keeping him at quarterback offers these caps, which seem all right. Accuracy, that's a little bit limiting, but elite athlete. But really what makes or breaks quarterbacks in this game doesn't usually seem to be accuracy. It's limiting mistakes and the ability to create. So as we go along in this episode, I'm not going to show the step-by-step recruiting as much as showing the milestones and the recruits as they make decisions. But of the 5-star players that are out there, there are 2 that already have Miami as their top school. We'll put everybody here on our board. And we already have a commitment. An insta-commit from cornerback George Cook. 98 speed, 80-man coverage. That ain't a bad way to get the recruiting season started. We're about to get this season underway. I'm setting up the red shirts right now, and I have red-shirted every true freshman that has come to Miami this year. As I said, we are going through this entire season in this video. We'll see how much we end up watching, what games end up mattering the most, but this is going to be an action-packed video. If you enjoy it, want more videos like this, even if it's in future rebuilds and this series ends, let me know in the comments what you think. This is not only a chance for me to work on ending the Miami Hurricanes dynasty, but to also experiment for future content. And the title defense gets underway as Miami hosts the Auburn Tigers. And if we're defending our championship, we gotta break out the all greens in the opener. The 16-1 Miami Hurricanes have lost a lot of the players that made that championship season possible. But we return so many, including our quarterback, a bunch of great young defensive players, and our offensive line remains intact. So what's the story for this year of Miami football? The defense will open without Marquise Lightfoot for the first time in many years. Auburn runs to get it started, a big gash right away. Out to the 49, Connor Azuma. And the first throw of the day is going to be for a big gain inside the Cane 40. I don't see nearly as many star icons there for the defense. Vertical shot overthrown. A few updates have come into College Football 25 since I last recorded in this series. So we'll see if the gameplay looks cleaned up at all. 3rd down and 8. There is time, and the throw is too low for the receiver. Auburn settling for a field goal try, and the kick is good. So does this start to feel like Colin Kunalik's team now? He's been the quarterback, but we were relying on a number 1 defense and a 1,600-yard rusher. What is the team's identity now? Kunalik going deep into traffic, incomplete for Sean Simons. 3rd down and 10. Kunalik extending with great wheels. He will come up shy. It's a 3-and-out. And they're gashing us in the running game initially here. 3rd down, though, it's intercepted by Matt Bouchard. 62-yard touchdown, Kunalik to Quentin Prescott. Canes take the lead. Who will be the new pass rushers that are the face of this defense? Lester Judovsky gets his first sack of the season. I've been waiting to break out these like top prospects for a while. They've been behind some really good talent, just waiting. Now is their time. Just hit a 29-yard pass to Josh Esquivel. Miami will run it inside, and there's Jaden Mastrud off to a pretty slow start on 1 yard per carry. Pressure coming, and a screen set up, but ran into the blocker. Nowhere to go for Paul McCracken. Third down for Miami, and they go spread out. Kunalik gets it away underneath, and it's a first down grab for Esquivel. Esquivel becomes the new downfield threat. He basically replaces the Larry Slaughter role, a role he took all the way to the first round of the draft. Mastrud now, gain of 5. And if this game doesn't go well, maybe we consider getting a look at other running backs to really see who the best is. Mastrud is still kind of new to this position. We haven't given him a lot of carries overall. And we'll see if we need some extra power this year. But behind this offensive line, I wouldn't imagine anything drastically different. Kunalik got away and throws it out of bounds. Another wild card in this year is a freshman kicker. First attempt for Dylan Chosen. And the kick is good. But he replaces a 4-year starter at kicker in Willie Shembo. We move on to the second half. The game is now tied 16-all. Auburn has moved the football pretty well on this new-look defense. So they got us on the ropes here. Auburn not even ranked, by the way. Fake to Mastrud, who throws the blitzer down, and the pass is knocked away. Actually, just a defensive tackle he knocked to the ground there. A pretty impressive play. Didn't lead to anything. Third down and 10. I was about to take him off the field, but after that, maybe he stays in a little longer. And now the screen does not get set up. It is a sack. Trying to run the counter, and they meet safety Matthew Schneck, number 8. Defense was always very stingy late in games. And here's a run, getting through into the second level and fighting for the first down yardage. 4-man rush. There's plenty of time and a great catch near the 40. Inside give. Another strong run and nearing 100 on the ground. Good protection. A downfield catch. Auburn playing this well has me really worried about this season. They're in our house. We're defending a title. And we are deadlocked with an unranked team. There is some star power in this Auburn offense. They have a good tackle, a couple receivers. But we haven't looked like that same defensive force. We are missing Marquise Lightfoot. 3rd and 3 with time. It's wide open. It's a Tiger touchdown, and they take the lead. Seeing these throws where there's nobody near the quarterback is unsettling. Well, it's his time. Colin Kunalik needs to rally this offense. Down 7, 4.5 to go. It's a catch from Mastrud. Turns it into a gain of 7. And a little veteran move there, the Colin Kunalik hard count. To the outside, no! Intercepted! And that is a touchdown! Pick 6 for Dom Dexter. Interceptions have always been his greatest downfall. It's an out route to Kevin Andrews at tight end. Little grab there. See that little grab? They don't call it. Throw, I just shouldn't happen. If you're going to try it, a lot more air needs to be under it. And you got to keep it away from the defender, of course. Unbelievable. We turned it over on downs. Auburn scores a touchdown. It ain't just a loss, guys. This is an embarrassment. The number 1 team has gone down 37-16. We can't even keep it a one-score game. And a quarterback coming into Miami and having that kind of a day. Not normal. A 21-point fourth quarter for the Auburn Tigers. We forced one interception. We had only one sack in this game and one turnover. Only 2 tackles for loss. And they ran over us pretty good. And with that, we have matched our loss total from a season ago. Colin Kunalik, 17 for 29, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. You can already hear the calls for Shakir Barmore to start. Jaden Mistrud, nothing special in this game, and was the only running back to handle carries, it looks like. Josh Esquivel had a really good starting debut. Prescott had a long touchdown in this game, but nowhere near enough. Needless to say, you have to go and beat Louisiana Monroe as we fall to the 14th ranked team. And I don't feel like waiting a long time to see our offense play better. So, opening drive of our second game of the year, and Mistrud's going to run up the middle, and he's got a big first down of 13. We didn't seem to win the line of scrimmage on either side against Auburn. Obviously, in this matchup, I assume we should. Kunalik's going to scramble out of there, and he's really got to play better because we have a number 1 ranked quarterback prospect now as the QB2 behind him. On the screen, heck of a block there, leading McCracken. Pressure coming, no problem. Middle for Mistrud, and down to the 2. 5-man pressure, and close. Tried to get that to Tyreek Teague. Second down, Mistrud. A flag is down. Holding on the Canes. And that was our great center, Fernando Flores, one of the best players on the entire team. That's Kevin Andrews in motion. Max Boger checks in. He's got his eyes on the end zone and comes up a little shy. We're right back where we were. Mistrud this time has the touchdown as the Canes start the right way. We then hit a 72-yard touchdown pass to Sean Simons. Can we put away the Warhawks early in this game? Kunalik and the Canes up 14. Plenty of time. Delivers to an open man. Sean Simons. Screen. Mistrud makes the catch. And he's got first down yardage. Mistrud bouncing outside. Excellent blocks. He's got 6. And it's all Miami early on. Miami up comfortably late. And we have Shakir Barmore now in the game. Let's get a look at the redshirt freshman quarterback who throws an immediate pick. Not what I wanted to see there. Let's try this again. Now a 21-point game. And if we're not seeing him throw, we'll see Max Boger. Mistrud really hasn't been, like, incredible in these first handful of games, so having more of a committee might be the right approach. It can be hard to set that up when we're doing a series like this at times, if we're always using, like, 3 receiver sets that call upon, like, the third down running back in most formations. Now we bring Ted Good into the game, number 25. And he gets the call and is stopped. We should be giving Barmore a chance this time. 4th and 3 for some redemption. He gets it over the middle. Catch is made. A catch and run. He can fly. Paul McCracken. Touchdown. Nobody could keep up with him. So a comfortable win as you expect against Louisiana Monroe. Miami wins 42-14. Colin Kunalik, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT, but a pretty good game outside of that one bad play. On the ground, Mistrud finds the end zone 3 times on the ground. Max Boger, pretty efficient at 6.1 yards per carry. And Mistrud also had 5 grabs. McCracken scores a pair of touchdowns. And the defense does a better job of causing havoc with 5 total sacks A lot of really good prospects in here. Matthew Schneck collects an INT. That's more like it, but we have to do it against top competition. We roll through the Temple Owls in our next non-conference game, winning 31-10. Kunalik again throws an INT with 2 more touchdown passes, as our running game, oddly, played terrible. How are we only running for like 60 yards? 69 yards rushing, 2.2 a carry. Held to 232 yards. Not great signs from this offense overall through 3 non-conference games. And things are about to get taken up a notch. We had 4 picks in that game on defense. But now, we're going to be tested by the Florida State Seminoles. It is rivalry week. And the Seminoles come in ranked even higher than us for this matchup. And it's been kind of a back and forth rivalry. We've both had excellent wins in this series. We've met in the playoffs multiple times. Miami getting out to a fast start with a 3-and-out. They get a very short field and get 3. Let's see FSU face this defense then. How do we look against the top 5 team's offense? We get pressure there, and the pass is knocked down by Tony Rizzo. I think that might have been Dombrowski that got into the backfield there, 92. And even more pressure. That is more like it. Tremaine Treadwell. And Miami's going to flip it ahead. It's Quentin Prescott. And right tackle, Alan Edmond, is reaching at his knee. Kunalik standing in. Fires a dart. There's Andrews on the run. Big catch and run. And that's when Kunalik is at his best. With the impressive arm talent and giving guys a chance to make the big play. Max Boger running inside and not much. Replacing Randy Titus has been a tough task. Kunalik dumps middle and Quentin Prescott picks up the first down. He's got time on 1st and 10. A catch for Esquivel. Spreading the football around and putting together a really nice possession. Heavy pressure coming. Gotta counter it. Good hands by Esquivel. We know these matchups against FSU always come down to field goals versus touchdowns. We already settled once, and this time we're getting the 6. Touchdown, Prescott. Canes up 2 scores. What a statement we're trying to make here on the road. 10-0. Ramon Regis on the throw, and we just click and close so quickly there. 3rd down and 3. Gotta get it out quickly, and this defense is starting to look a lot scarier. Matt Bouchard picks up an interception, and that leads to another Miami field goal. They have struggled to pick up first downs in this half, and they are just about into plus territory. But Lester Judowski ends this drive. They never get there. And how about the big plays on this possession that set up a Quentin Prescott touchdown? We have 2 20-plus yard passes, a 29-yard run. Now I don't recognize this team from the team that played Auburn in week 1. Another long run from Miami. We're in the second half now, and it is all Canes in embarrassing fashion, looking to take this Florida Cup home to Miami. A 45-yard run for Colin Kunalik. We will have some injuries to check on, as Caesar Chin is the latest to leave. Alan Edmond left earlier. Sean Simons caps this off with a 37-yard score. It's like non-conference play never ended. We're blowing these guys out. 37-7. They barely broke up the shutout. So the Canes are 3-1, rebuilding their status this season. And for us, we have Colin Kunalik with the game of his life, perhaps. 4 touchdowns, 85% completion percentage. I simmed pretty quickly through that second half, but I don't think he threw a pick in this game. 500-plus yards, pure domination, 200 on the ground. Boger and Kunalik combined for that. Max Boger out-rushing Jaden Mastrud this time for 112, 67 after contact and 2 20-plus yard runs. 3 scores for Prescott, another one for Simons, who keeps coming up with the big downfield catches for big gains. Treadwell had multiple sacks. Judovsky had multiple sacks. Now, this looks like the team I thought they'd be. And a 5-star wide receiver joins the class. This is Shaquem Peacock. Also 4-star Lorenzo Sanders. They are different archetypes, but 2 great receivers are on board. I'm trying to set up a little come-from-behind victory here in this battle for 5-star Evan McKee. We can't just let him go to FSU, right? So we're setting up a visit in week 6, but we'd have to hold on for an additional week. That might be tough to pull off. They might have us by 1 week there. And we go from one rivalry game to the next. Now it's the Florida Gators. And I'm really liking what I see from this defense now. They didn't look so ferocious in the opener, but the Gators are off to quite a start. Broke out the spin move, a 31-yarder for Steve Pinner. So we'll put a pinner in our celebrating as the Gators look to pull off an upset. We've already lost to one unranked SEC opponent. Can't sleep on this one. We got Tim Tebow's 15 on the field right now. That's pretty cool. Is he even a lefty, though? No, he's not. He is sacked. Enrique Butcher, number 56 or 46. He comes through here on the blitz. He was one of the new starters I was pretty excited to have on this team. 3rd down and 14, and enough time to get rid of it is all. So far this year, we have gotten lucky with injuries. Nobody is out despite a couple key players leaving games at times. Caesar Chin gave us a holding call on our first play from scrimmage, so good to know he's out there. But he sends us in the wrong direction. And we'll give it to Max Boger. And at least with the current split I have, I list Boger as RB1. I list Mastrud as 3rd down running back 1. And it is creating a split, especially when we simulate. But it's something. Mastrud gets us pretty close. And now Caesar Chin is going to go back to being out of the game. And it's 3rd down and 4. Canes heading to the air. Kunalik into traffic and almost picked. And Butcher was down there to make the tackle. This guy just wants to fly around and hit whoever has the ball. Florida takes over. They'll get it outside on the screen pass. It's a run, a good one too. Beyond the 45 as Lester Judovsky's going to have to exit the game. Hands off, another spin. How good is his spin? His first initial and last name literally spell spinner. And that's what he's doing. Caught. 1st down Gators. Sam Lafferty on the throw. Sweeping to the outside. There is nowhere to go. Rizzo chased him there. 3rd down and 12. There's plenty of time for Lafferty. And he's going to get hammered down at the 14-yard line. They banked it in. The field goal good for the Gators. Miami looking to respond. Max Boger's going to spin now, and he gets 1st down yardage. I think he just accelerates, and his first few steps and first few yards are better than Mastrud's. Miami gets to 3rd down and 3. Mastrud checks in after a couple Boger runs. Jaden Mastrud gets 1st down yardage. 3rd down and 5 for Kunalik. Resetting and hitting the open man. We got some playmakers in the passing game, even if their ratings aren't overwhelming. Josh Esquivel continues to make open looks for Colin Kunalik. Cutting it outside. Mastrud hits the gas. And he's inside the 10. To the air again. Quick slant. It's in there to Esquivel. And here's Kunalik. He's on target, and the catch is made. Touchdown, Sean Simons. And Miami has taken their first lead. Florida is no joke in this one. Putting together a response now. They get inside the 5. Sam Lafferty runs in a go-ahead touchdown. The Gators score again. And now in the second half, they get the football, and they're marching right down the field. And they're flipping this game. It is now 24-7. That's already 348 yards of offense. 230 coming through the air. Sam Lafferty not at all fazed by our pass rush. 16 of 22. They have a 100-yard rusher already. And they're spreading the football around to everybody. So if we're going to make this interesting, we've really got to get points now and shut them down the rest of the way. So this is going to be Boger fighting for 4. 3rd down and 4. Screen Mastrud and gets the first down. 62 yards passing for Kunalik. It's not like he's playing poorly. We just haven't really had the football. And we haven't extended drives. He has like 2 or 3 incompletions, though. So it doesn't seem to be on him. No turnovers either. So even if it's not his fault for being in this spot, he's got to fix it as the quarterback. And we fail on 3rd down. Got to leave the offense out there for 1.5 yards to go. Prescott slot left. Kunalik has plenty of time. Oh, you just got to scramble there, Colin. Don't do that. Right back to the Gators. Good run by Pinner, over 100 yards, and taking the Gators across the 45. It's out quickly. Good grab. And Lafferty has played pretty mistake-free football. He's going to keep it here. We bite, and he loses the football. And we can't recover it. Gators fall on the fumble. And that was a break we absolutely had to take advantage of. I mean, when they're playing that well, you need any little bounce, tip, pass, fumble to go your way. Especially with how few possessions are left in this game. We might have 3 more possessions. We're down 3 already. Florida facing 3rd down. That's way too easy. They'll take it inside the 10. On 3rd and goal, Lafferty will extend the play and take the loss. Treadwell brings him down. So no touchdown, but the damage could be done as they run a few more minutes off the clock and are prepared to go up 27-7. Field goal try, up and good. And this has to be a touchdown drive for Miami. They're going to run it here, and that hasn't been working well against this defense. 3rd down and 15. Kunalik, a strong pass, but a defender is standing right in the path. And it's 4th down and 15. Kunalik gets hit, underthrown, and knocked away. What are we doing in these games against the SEC? Auburn and Florida, 2 unranked teams, have now embarrassed the Canes. At least they're not conference wins or conference games, but already you look at us with a 3-2 record, probably with our only path into the postseason, winning our conference. Very good day for Florida's quarterback, Sam Lafferty. They did everything at a pretty high level in this game. Maybe our receivers aren't nearly consistent enough. The running game didn't really hit any big plays. Colin Kunalik, 12 for 16, 83 yards, 5.1 yards an attempt is not going to cut it. Like, our longest play of the day was 23 yards. We only had a couple splash plays. We have the makings of a pretty good recruiting class in the works as we add a left tackle, a 4-star vertical threat tight end, Silas Souls, Brian Awesome, that's 3 more, But we did miss on some of the premium players I wanted here. And John Azur is a tough one to miss. He was a 5-star defensive tackle, number 1 at his position. We also miss out on Evan McKee. With a 3-2 record, I am really surprised by the 2 games that we've lost. Colin Kunalik has 10 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, and his numbers look pretty good overall. The running game definitely is lacking right now. We had a 1,600-yard rusher a year ago, and right now I think our running backs have just been passable. And these are the best 2 running backs we have. To shake things up, we could try playing somebody like Ted Good, but he is lower rated. As a power back, maybe he offers something a little bit more. The wide receivers, when we've watched them, I think they've done pretty well. But maybe it is hurting not having anybody above like an 85 overall to really be that alpha receiver. Maybe we just have a bunch of number 2 receivers and no one's really been able to stand out. That really hurts. Like, nobody on offense is having that breakout year. Last season, we had multiple players. The defense doesn't seem to be as good as it was. We still have a really good pass rush. Tremaine Treadwell is on his way to being the defense's best rusher. Matt Bouchard has 5 interceptions, so we have a playmaker there. And we have to keep in mind, too, like, this secondary isn't really, our receivers and our secondary are all like 80 to 85 overall guys. I've taken some 4 and 5-star players there, but haven't had those big breakouts at either position, at least with our current group of players. But I feel like I want to try something, so let's give more of the carries then to Ted Good in this next game against Clemson. I'm thinking we have an injury at safety. Deontay Witherspoon is supposed to be starting. He's not able to go. So we're going to be playing Alex McCants there then. Witherspoon is out with a partial ACL tear, 6 weeks. So 2 really bad losses, but still, the conference season is young. Miami now down to number 20. How do they respond? And Clemson comes in unranked. Our track record against unranked teams in our own house this season, not promising. And Clemson hits a big play. They will take it into the red zone and start the day with the field goal. Miami, meanwhile, a 46-yard touchdown. Ted Good puts the Canes ahead on his first drive as the starting running back. And let's see if he can do it again, because the Tigers just drove and got a touchdown. It's 10-7. Colin Kunalik is setting up the screen. Ted Good outside. Breaks the tackle. And that's what I want to see. If I'm playing a lower-rated running back, but a power back archetype, I want to see some yards after contact. Randy Titus gave us a good between the tackles presence last year. Now we swing it out, and that is Mustrud fighting for 4. Hands off, Good. Bounces backwards, and that is no gain. 3rd down and 6. Wide open. A little bit behind him, so Prescott had to adjust and lose a lot of his yak potential. 2nd down, Kunalik. He layers it in there. A great sideline grab. Prescott's got 4 in the first half. Can one of these receivers also take off and show they are the true number 1 of this team? It's a 4-man rush. Kunalik, strong throw. Quentin Prescott. And maybe that's our answer to who the best receiver on this team is. He's a playmaker out of the slot. And now it's Mustrud. Gain of 8. From the 2-yard line, Ted Good is taken down on first contact. Gotta have this one. Good is open. So is Prescott. What a half. 6 catches and a go-ahead touchdown. 50. Ted Good ripping them off here in the simming. Touchdown, Josh Esquivel. I badly want to believe in this team again. It's 24-13, second half now, and that is Kevin Dombrowski. We've seen some running backs put up good performances against us, but the Tigers have had a lot of issues there. They'll try to get around the edge this time, and no luck with Oscar Virgin making the tackle. Looking for a 3-and-out here in the second half. 3rd down and 12. Here's the pressure, and he's hit. Edge pressure from Tremaine Treadwell. I say we put these guys away. Up 11 here in the 3rd. Colin Kunalik. Wide open. Andrews can run. Sideline. Touchdown. That's the offense I've been waiting to see. There's a lot of speed. A lot of guys that can take an easy play and do it the rest themselves. And Kunalik is seeing the field pretty well today. He is playing great. Crunch time as Doug Dog sacks the quarterback. He was like in the first recruiting class or the second. They just scored a touchdown. Clemson rallying. It's 34-26. They hit a 41-yard touchdown to make this interesting suddenly. And we're going to try to kill the clock now, and we have our running back, Max Boger, the power guy. That's who I want in this spot. 1:50 to go. It's an 8-point game. And here is Good with blocking. He gains 9. Tony the Tiger has lost some weight. Definitely not the first person to make that joke. 2nd down and 1. And Ted Good rumbles. Gets the first down. And pretty close to making this official. Jaden Mastrud will do so. And the Canes will bounce back and get their 4th victory. And all important, stay undefeated in the ACC. It's been an interesting year for Boogie Turner, but Miami can still have a great season. They just can't lose anymore. Ever. And hey, we have a chance to do that if Kunalik continues to play the way he has. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, high efficiency, with a running game that can complement. 8 broken tackles for Ted Good, 3 of 20 plus. He has earned additional starts. There's a 5-star in the class. We get linebacker Ed Otogwe. Austin Van Manen. I was a little nervous about that battle. So the class is coming together. It's been an offensively focused one. The new players on the board, more of a defensive emphasis there. But I think our class is going to be a pretty good one. And wow, we have not faced Duke much in this series. We don't talk about the Blue Devils very often. We've played a lot of home games too, so we'll see how we do with the road matchups. Although, maybe we have a really heavy home schedule this year. We do go at Duke, and then BC is really good this season. UNC Louisville at home, and right now the Cardinals are undefeated. NC State, we close with, classic ACC team, Cal. Once again, I definitely love some feedback on this video. These aren't, typical videos for me to make. I like to think I make pretty big content, but it's usually like regular episodes that are like 40 plus minutes long. But to do something more significant, like a full season here in an episode, and not just have it be, I guess it is heavy simming, but I feel like we're also watching a lot of stuff that matters, and I'm having a fun time with it. But it's something I'm looking at doing a lot more of if you guys like it. I feel like if I'm willing to make some content this way, I can get to a lot of ideas that I don't usually, because it takes longer to do like a 50-part episode series. And certain series I know are not going to, remain interesting for 50 episodes. Like on some of these classic games, I don't really count on that. So I've had a lot of ideas cooking lately, and I'm going to bring some stuff to the channel, and hope you guys enjoy it. We're on to Duke, with Miami at 4-2. That's a hit. Incomplete. Looking for a 3-and-out, and spinning away. A dart into coverage. It's caught. 33-yard connection. Usually when Duke hits one from that far, it's worth 3 points. Here it puts them in plus territory. Wide open to the 8-yard line. Back-to-back throws, 30-plus apiece. He's going to keep it and run this in. A fast break score for the Blue Devils. Now let's see if Colin Kunala can continue a stretch of really solid play. I haven't really been thinking of Shakir Barmore with these 3 and 4 touchdown performances. We're going to get it started here. Play fake. Open Prescott to the 40. Running back is Ted Good on second down. Kunalik gets dropped by Kevin Andrews. Spreading out the defense. Got to space the floor. Pass caught wide open this time. Andrews holds on. Prescott lined up as the running back on this play. He gets the handoff and wheels outside, gaining 11. Sometimes you call these no-huddle plays and switch the formation. You get some unique looks. Sometimes it puts a receiver at tight end, though. That is less impressive. Caught again by Prescott. 3rd and 2. Andrews a very busy possession. That's a screen and a touchdown. Ted Good. And the Canes answer. Well, that's a pretty fun start to the game. Okay, that is like an 80-yard touchdown. 85 yards. We are about to give up passing production like you've never seen. They have 2 30-pluses. Well, technically 3. And then an 80-plus? What's weird so far, 6 games in, is how few of these games have really gone down to the wire. Like, these games have been pretty lopsided, our wins and our losses. So when I do these types of games, like I'm anticipating watching a lot of the fourth quarter and having that be the bulk of our time because you're going to have like 4 straight possessions that mean a lot. We'll see what kind of a game we get here. We are due for some more nail-biting finishes. Quentin Prescott's been cooking, though. You know, from this view, it kind of just looks like I'm playing against the Indianapolis Colts. 3rd down and 4. Kunalik gets it away. Touchdown! Who else would it be? Quentin Prescott. Later in the first half, and now we have our eyes on taking the lead. Been a very big day for Quentin Prescott, but Sean Simons gets the glory this time. Defense trying to protect the lead. We have less than a minute to go in the first half, and the quarterback run has given us some extra things to worry about. On 1st down, it is dumped with a great chance to pick up the 1st down. Hard to create that much open field when the field is this condensed. 41 seconds to go, and that is dropped in the end zone. 3rd and goal, and way behind the running back, and they'll have to settle. Second half underway. Canes are driving, and that pass is intercepted. Too greedy on the throw to Josh Esquivel. I've just come to accept there are going to be interceptions every game. The rare 0 interception game is a nice present. Fumble recovered, Lester Judovsky. Thank you. And we're in the end zone with Jaden Mistrud in a 2-score ball game. Suddenly, things aren't looking nearly as good for Duke. Got off to a hot start, was a back-and-forth game. And the Miami Hurricanes just scored a touchdown with Simons to go up 35-17. And they just went for it on a 4th and 1. Tremaine Treadwell takes care of that with a quarterback sack. And now the blowout is on. Oh, I really mean it's on. They just turned it over. Yeah, I thought this might be a 1-score back-and-forth kind of finish. Don't see them getting there. Instead, we're talking about how much can we win by. Colin Kunalik has thrown 5 touchdowns. You can throw 1 pick if you're throwing 5 touchdowns in a game. So he's on a heater right now. This stretch is impressive. Ted Good cannot break that first tackle, and they've quieted him down here in this matchup. And we bring out the kicker, Dylan Chosen, the chosen one. And he's the one we're counting on as the Canes break 50 points on Duke. They had us in the first half, and then we beat them 31-0 in the second. More player of the game honors stacking up for QB1, Colin Kunalik. I can't believe we only gave up 323 yards of offense when like half of that came on their first 2 touchdown drives. I don't even know what to believe anymore. This team just always finds a way to subvert expectation. 311, 5 touchdowns for Kunalik. Running game was okay. Simon scores twice. Prescott good for 7 catches. Andrews caught his 7. But the defense really tightened things up, and they did it without a lot of sacks. But we did pick up turnovers. Marquez Monty, a redshirt freshman, he picked up an interception in this game. Not someone who usually gets on the field, so that leads me to wonder about more injuries. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I feel like if I'm having a pretty good time, it's got to translate to at least decent content. That's a big game now. Miami 3-0 in conference. We're back up to 14. And we take on 6-1 Boston College. Not bad to be sitting here at the second-ranked recruiting class right now. It features 2 5-stars. I don't know if we have a great chance at more. Maybe, though. Yeah, we have a couple we're in first place for, picking up the pace in some of these battles. I do want to point out I have another blocking tight end, a 4-star gem on our board here. So, I'm prepared. It's a big one this week, guys. Miami and BC looking for a top 25 win and our 4th conference victory. And the Canes get on the board first with a Ted Good rushing touchdown. BC answers. It's a 7-7 first quarter. Good job by our running game down here. Let me double check on some injuries. Sometimes I see some names more than I expect to. Oh, they are adding up for sure. Whoa! Matthew Schneck out for the game with turf toe. Jaden Mastrud, torn labrum, 3 weeks. Deontay Witherspoon, 4 weeks out. Matt Freeman, 9 weeks. And Matt Bouchard, the senior, leads us in INTs, broken tailbone, out for the season, just like Andy McKenzie back in the Minnesota Dynasty all those years ago. Broke his tailbone week 1 as a starting quarterback. One of the most heartbreaking moments of my franchise and Dynasty YouTubing career. So Kunalik has to stay hot because this is a defense now that is certainly missing some pieces. Monty had a pick in that last game, so let's get him out there for some more. And then in the secondary, man, just so much thinner. We still have our top guy in Gainwell, the experienced cornerback in Oscar Virgin, but then we are having to just figure it out from there. Makes you think about burning the red shirt then on a guy like Tayshaun Bishop. I think he was like a 5-star. And you know what? Let's get him in the game for this one. I'm going to let him, he's a slot archetype corner. We're going to have Bishop just play that role. That is a lot of guys to be missing in the secondary. Canes tie game. Kunalik, a strong pass. And he hits Sean Simons inside the 10. To the air again. Andrews is over there, but can't keep in bounds. It's Ted Good, and he scores his 2nd touchdown of the day. I'd like to see this defense then with all the missing players out there. Missing 2 cornerbacks, a safety, but the front 7 remains intact. Can they hold up in situations like this? 3rd down and 4. To the air, 3rd down, and throwing away. The pass rush can still own those moments, and they are going to need to. Fakes the handoff. Kunalik hits the open Andrews. Out of bounds in BC territory. On first down to the outside. Prescott's got running room and is taken down at the 20. Sending pressure and still can't stop us. Prescott getting 8 more. This version of Kunalik that's shown up the last few games is a big-time player. Max Boger on the carry now. Mastrude's down, remember, so it's him and Good that will carry the load. 4-man rush. Caught! No! Broken up for Boger. And that ball was right where it had to be. 3rd and goal. Laser touchdown! Josh Esquivel. Kunalik is in the zone right now. I mean, that's ridiculous. He zips it right there over 6. Toe tap back of the end zone. Picturesque. I'm going to jump right back in for this 2-minute drill because it should be pass heavy. That is broken up. Marquise Gainwell on the coverage there. He is number 4. He is by far the best player in the secondary, especially of who's left. 3rd down and 5, and the drive will continue. I did create a little spreadsheet of names and numbers, but I did not go nearly down enough on the depth chart for some of these guys. A shoulder fake and getting hit. The pass is hauled in near Gainwell. 36 seconds to go and attacking shorts. That's Butcher rallying. I want to see how many tackles he ends up with at the end of this. Not in field goal range quite yet. 3rd and 5 BC. It's a short pass. Caught first down. 27 to go. And there's a catch. And they are picking on Bishop there. He is the true freshman. He was and still is redshirted technically. But he's kind of getting a tryout now while we try to get healthier. BC 1 timeout left. Hopes to cut it to a 1-possession ball game. Underneath, and Rizzo covered well. Last play before a field goal try, perhaps. Knocked down in the end zone. That was the backup safety that's in over there. And I don't know his name. I can't remember off the top. They'll kick a field goal, though, and it's an 11-point game. Is his last name truly Superstar? Colin Superstar, the kicker? That's the most college football thing I ever saw. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. BC big run, 42 yards. Trying to make a game out of it in the second half, and they score a touchdown. Big drive here. Miami taking it into the red zone. 21 yards, Sean Simons touchdown. And we've made it to the 4th quarter. Miami leads by 12. They have the football. And Ted Good rips off a first down run. We have played very few close games this year. We'll look at the schedule when we're done with this one. It's our 8th game of the season. Kunalik over the middle to Esquivel. He gets it out. Caught by Prescott. That's a near touchdown. Ted Good has already punched in a couple. 3rd and a couple inches. And Ted Good's got the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And it's looking like another impressive win. A game that was close, but teams just run out of gas after halftime. GG's, that is another one. 35-23, Miami beats number 25 Boston College. Quality victory as we try to rejoin the top 10. Player of the game is Ted Good, scoring 3 times. Very clean game as well for Colin Kunalik, avoiding the interception. That's the bonus. Gives us 2 touchdowns. Ted Good, not nearly as efficient as Max Boger, but I'll probably look to keep the the touches about what they are, because it gives Good all the between the tackles, like power stuff and all the dirty work in the red zone, and he's getting touchdowns there. So I don't want to make any changes. But man, the defenses are really going to shape a lot going forward. We do get 2 sacks from Shakir Skaggs, who I've talked a lot less about him in this video than I anticipated. Shakir Skaggs, one of the highest rated freshmen I've seen in this game, period. And he is out there playing starter snaps. That's 8 games for the Canes this year. And only 1 has been decided by 1 score. And that was an 8-point game. That didn't really come down to the type of game I'm thinking of. You know, we're up 4 trying to protect, or down 3 trying to at least get a field goal. How have we had 0 of those games to this point? Over on the Jags series, I can't play a game that doesn't go to overtime. And here, we're playing blowouts left and right. But Miami's back inside the top 10. We have a nice winning streak, and there aren't any SEC teams left on the schedule unless we go to the playoffs. Kunalik, 20 touchdowns and 6 picks. He has had a great season. And I don't know that it's the best team around him, yet he's playing this well. Now that we have a few more games of sample, Ted Good still the most efficient runner. There's a 50-yarder in there, definitely carrying some weight. 5 touchdowns for him, 5 for Jaden Mastrud. Sean Simons leads us in catches, yards, and touchdowns, not Quentin Prescott. When we're watching the plays, he seems like the top guy. But we're splitting the ball up pretty evenly. The offensive line looks pretty good. Kevin Irving giving up 6 sacks could be our weakest starter there. And on defense, Tremaine Treadwell, 7.5 sacks. Skaggs has 5. I've just not been seeing them then. He is producing. Dombrowski, 4. And then 5 picks for Matt Bouchard, but his season and career are over. And I imagine I don't have the chance to redshirt him. If he had only played 4 games, it would be a different story. And he has played in 6. And he's already been redshirted. So there is no second try there. Tayshaun Bishop's played in 3 games. I'm probably just going to burn it. Probably just going to keep him out there as one of our best healthy corners available. Thankfully, no offensive linemen are injured. But Bouchard and Freeman, you know, those guys are going to be out a long time. Freeman out until the playoffs. Alex McCants is out. So we are down 4 of our 5 starters in the secondary going back to the first game. So number 16, Marquez Monty is now thrust into a starting role. And let's burn the red shirt here on Bishop then, because he is now one of our starting corners. 4-0 in conference. That date with Cal in the final game is looking like a big one. 3 teams so far undefeated in conference. It's us, Cal, and Pitt. We don't play Pitt, but we do play 1-loss Louisville. Seth McDowell, the blocking tight end, joins the class. We get Bobby Russ, Steve Nicky. And I sure hope this next game isn't interesting against 1-7 UNC. Bill Belichick ain't here to save you. Tar Heels lead in the third quarter, 21-14. You just couldn't let me sim out an easy victory here. Couldn't save me a few minutes of my time. Nope, not that easy today. Ted Good gets a couple, 79 yards on 10 rushes. Kunalik, I think the hot streak might be over by the looks of things. I don't know his stat line, but I do know the score. Stuffed. 3rd down and a dozen. It is knocked away. Thought he had him. It's a punt. There have already been 2 big upsets in this building this season. That is a sack. Lester Judowski made that play. 2nd down and 13. A big run. They'll get it all. 1st down with Judowski going to the ground. We've only given up 153 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. So it's not like they're having a huge day against our secondary. Nice hit. We got to get off the field here. Flanagan back to pass. Out of time. Gets rid of it. Judowski fighting through pain. 1st and 10. Colin Kunalik, an easy one. It's Prescott. And yep, Kunalik, no touchdowns, 2 picks. So it was fun while it lasted, guys. That stretch of 4 games. We might hang a banner for that one. Suddenly things turn against the Tar Heels, and Ted Good picks up the first. We have not had to win ugly. This is going to be a game we have to figure it out. Nice play, Sean Simons. I hope we consider this 4-down territory. Paul McCracken is out there. Are we missing Quentin Prescott right now? 3rd down and 4. Sitting it down. Boger can't hang on. And we're punting. Dude, you're already at the 38. We're going to trust our defense, and I do. Here's Flanagan, 2nd and 5. Off balance, and it's knocked away by Tony Rizzo. He takes away so much underneath. He's like a first baseman there at linebacker. What does that even mean? No! Caught in front of Gainwell. And Judowski is just... Oh, that was shy of the sticks? They reviewed it and overturned it. 1st down, Tar Heels. Flanagan on the roll. Flanagan open and caught. Inside give. And a good 1st down run. The Tar Heels inching closer to an upset. That would leave me very upset. 2nd and 3. Flanagan hits the ground. And that's Butcher. All right, D, right here. 3rd and 6. Can we get some rush? Flanagan, clean, open, 1st down. And very little room for error remaining. The defense is definitely a bit depleted, but there should be enough to win this game. Should be last play before the 2-minute warning. And we do get a much-needed TFL from Treadwell. 2nd and 11 to the outside with room. Flag down. Please, home cooking, save us now. It is going to be holding on Rico Washington. That might save us. They'll try it again. Good tackle. Good tackle. Marquez Monty, by the way. Not in field goal range from here, but you never know. Run is stuffed by Rizzo. We do force the punt. And now have some work to do. A situation we've somehow avoided through the first 8 games. We need a drive late. It's on the line. Kunalik outside for Simons. And we get 6. 1 timeout remaining for Miami. 71 yards to go. Prescott is on the field. Pass. Caught! It's a big one! Simons! Touchdown! Miami! We hit the big one, everybody. And there's a lot of time left in regulation. That throw was on a rope. I still don't really understand that. Just copying and parroting what I've heard for 25 years. All right, then. Maybe we can avoid overtime. Would sure love that after the first season of the Jaguars series. Nice grab. That was the matchup there with our freshman corner. Did I not put his name on my sheet? I dropped the ball. 2nd down and inches. Flanagan wheeled. It's caught. And they pick on Tony Rizzo. That was huge. 1:01 to go. Come on, defense. Flanagan 1st down. Got to stay on schedule, and they do. Flanagan, pressure, there we go. Shakir Skaggs, 7 sacks on the season. Now UNC would be wise to run a bit more of the clock here on 3rd and 12, and it's knocked down! Enrique Butcher! What a play! And that will get it back for the offense, a shanked punt. You've seen this many times before, guys. The one-win team has the favorite on the ropes, and what do? Costly penalty, give up the big play, shank the punt, mistake after mistake. Sean Simons! First down. Handoff, Ted Good. Could this come down to the freshman kicker's first career game-winning try? Dylan Chosen. He was chosen by me to be our next kicker. Ted Good with good power running. And here it is. Chosen. 43 yards, right hash for the victory. It's good. Miami holds on against the one-win Tar Heels. And they will stay unbeaten in Atlantic Coast Conference play. What a win. Sean Simons, rightfully the player of the game, but it also took some big plays by the defense, a holding call. I mean, if you just reverse that hold, what's the domino effect of that? Probably us losing the darn game. All right, so not the best game for Kunalik, but late in the clutch, he made the plays. Ted Good, 87 yards, a touchdown. He had a good game. And what a performance from Sean Simons. We are going to run back that big touchdown. 71-yard touchdown, and he's just going to split those safeties. No one runs deep with him. And that's a foot race he's going to win. Sean Simons has saved us in ACC play. Simon says leave a like on the video. He actually told me that. We move to 7-2. Adding a 5-star edge rusher never hurts. 3-star defensive tackle gem. So now we're going to play some really good teams the rest of the way. Number 3 Louisville has a conference loss, and it's so big we hold on there. To be able to lose one of these games against them or Cal and to still have a chance of the conference championship is what you want. But we still control our own destiny by not losing. I'm really enjoying watching the team in this episode. Before we get into our next game, I gotta say, Enrique Butcher has been my favorite new player for this episode. We hadn't seen him really prior, but elite dev, 89 overall, only a sophomore, and he had a huge deflection in that last game, and it's fun to watch him run around and just hit people with that 94 tackling, 91 speed. The run and chase linebackers in this game, man, they are incredible. Butcher has 58 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and 4 pass deflections this year. And we are on the road to the ACC title game. If we can win 2 out of these next 3 games, I believe we'll have a really good chance of getting there. Win all 3, of course, and that matchup is ours. Miami and Louisville now as we take on the number 3 ranked team, and we are all the way back up at 7. We've had to do a little building back up of our rankings this year with those 2 SEC losses. So we put the offense out there to get this game underway. Jaden Mastrud looks like he is healthy again, back and active. So we'll probably see him and Ted Good as the primary running backs. As Kunalik is able to find a completion, and that's Tyreek Teague. 3rd down and 5, and Kunalik's pass is on target, but Esquivel cannot handle it. So Tevin Whitehair is the quarterback for Louisville and the number 3 Cardinals. And his pass to the outside goes for about 4 in front of Oscar Virgin. Play action. There's a pass into coverage and broken up by Matthew Schneck. This time he's got him. Testing this secondary downfield, a 25-yard reception. You know, I feel like in these series, we get these really great matchups, like high-powered teams. And these games usually end up being very defensive. I don't know, I'm waiting for one of these to turn into like a 45-42 game or something. Here's a throw, wide open look for it, and taken near the 30. Already near 60 yards passing in this drive. Not really showing any interest in running the football as Louisville sets up a screen, picks up some blocking, and gets 6 more. Third down, and it's open, and he missed him. That was as good of a look as you could get there on third down. So the field goal try is on for the Cardinals. 41 yards and through. Miami's second drive, and that catch by Prescott avoids a second 3-and-out. Inside give, and Mastrud gets some running room, and a huge hit at the end of it, first down. Off the fake, Kunalik slings it, hooks up with the Skeevel. 4-man rush, and a lot of looks early on for Tyreek Teague. I guess I'm not seeing Kevin Andrews out there right now, and Ted Good picks up 5. If the injury started to affect this offense, or maybe there was a depth chart reorder or something like that. Third down, Kunalik needs 4. He's got it with Prescott. So we're getting healthier, thankfully. Only 3 DBs now on the injury report. I don't see Kevin Andrews there, but I was just in the depth chart trying to set things, and he is nowhere to be seen. So down a pass catcher for unknown reasons as Simons can't reel it in. Pass is hauled in by Mastrud. He takes it inside the 10. Can Tyreek Teague be a red zone threat perhaps? It is third down and 4. Heavy pressure and a dangerous pass. Incomplete isn't the worst result there. Dylan Chosen comes out, and his field goal is good. So where the heck is Kevin Andrews? Did he just not show up to the game today? Looks like a sack fumble just got us the football, and maybe we don't need Andrews right now. We've got the blocking specialist, Tyreek Teague, scoring an 11-yard touchdown. Intercepted! Marquise Gainwell. So the defense creates a pair of turnovers, and another one is dropped, this time by Skeevel. I don't know why we're dropping so many passes in this game. Third down and 6. And Kunalik is on target. That is Prescott. Ted Good carries. He's got a head of steam. And eyes on the end zone. Right through. And the Canes create a multi-score lead on the number 3 Cardinals. I haven't broken it out yet here for this video. Let me do that now. Tyreek Teague right here. He's going to help with a combo and then work up into the second level here. And if you're following Tyreek Teague, you're doing something right. That's why Ted Good was untouched to the 1-yard line. Whoa, that's how you get back in the game. 79-yard touchdown. And with a banged-up secondary, I'm not too surprised. We've been more prone to some of these big plays. And now Kunalik will help him out with a pick. We got a game. First and 10. And over the middle, complete. And inside the 5. They motion out the running back on first and goal. And guess what? It's a throw. Touchdown, Louisville. Closing the gap. Third quarter, Canes driving, and they get a Quentin Prescott touchdown. Big penalty helped us on that possession. And then we get a pick from safety Matthew Schneck. There have been a couple new players that have really impressed me so far with Schneck and Enrique Butcher. Mid-screen, McCracken gains a few. Third down and 7 with good protection. Kunalik's going to scramble, has the first, and is hammered at the 10. Can I get a Tyreek Teague touchdown, perhaps? A 2-for-1 day. It's a run, and Max Boger is in this time. Miami touchdown. Hey, even if he's not scoring the touchdowns, he's contributing. He's one-on-one here with a defensive end who's completely wiped out of the play. I'm telling you, and I'll tell you again. Find the best blocking tight end you can in recruiting. Those 4-star gem players are a difference maker. It's like having a 6-man line out there. Fumble recovered by Oscar Virgin. Louisville's been giving the ball away far too often to stay in it. And we return the favor. Oh boy, Ted Good means business on this drive. Touchdown, Sean Simons, and it's all Miami here late, 38-17. And that is your final as the Canes stay unbeaten and now beat a number 3 ranked Louisville team, shutting them out in the second half. That's become one of my personal narratives, is that we just wear teams out and they have got nothing left come second half. You play against this front four and it's just too much for these guys to handle. So a bit of a sloppy game with all the turnovers, certainly not one of Colin Kunalik's best. We run in, 2 touchdowns, 101 yards go to Ted Good, 57 to Jaden Mistrud. Love seeing us run the football this much, 30-plus running back carries. Prescott, 9 grabs on the day, and Tyreek Teague, 4, 31, and a touchdown. And the defense collects 2 INTs. I think they got 2 fumbles at the same time, forced by Oscar Virgin and Kevin Dombrowski. And we got a punter in case there's more of this series to come. I am prepared, somewhat. And check this out, Cal lost. So they are 6-1 in conference. Winning today gives us a really good chance of going to the conference championship. As Louisville now has 2 losses, so we'd have to lose 2 games for a tiebreaker against them to matter. The game against Cal could be a play-in game if Pitt stays unbeaten. All right, injury report once again. And now they do have injuries here listed. For some reason, he wasn't there before. DeMarcus Christmas, literally on the injury report, less than a week from Christmas Day as I record this. And we're going to miss injuries for a couple more. But you know who's in his place. And you know how much I like having him on the field. You know, UNC was not a cakewalk, so I got nothing to say about a 3-7 Wolfpack team. Especially when we're on the road. Anything can happen. And we don't take a lead in this game until midway through the third. NC State driving on this defense. With 3 points on the board, Ty Westbrook is the quarterback. He can't get out of trouble and nearly fumbled it. 3rd down and 9. A strike! Incomplete for the first. 3rd down and 4, Wolfpack. And a strike to the end zone behind Gainwell. And the game is tied. The touchdown goes to Keon Wildgoose. And we got ourselves another tight one. 10 apiece here in the 4th. What's going to go down in these last 10 minutes? Colin Kunalik resets, fumbled the football, and we do get on it. That's a big-time recovery there for Kevin Irving. Loss of 7, though. It's 2nd down. That is caught! What an athletic play by Tyreek Teague. He can do more than block. That's the type of play we were hitting Kevin Irving on, and Irving has like 12 more speed. Ted Good to the outside and not much. But a pretty good day to this point with 81 yards. Kunalik gets it over the middle. Another drop. Believe that was Esquivel, whose hands haven't been quite as reliable these last 2. 3rd down. Over the top end. That is dropped by McCracken. We're suddenly just dropping the ball left and right. Paul McCracken almost had a sick catch. 8.5 to go as the Wolfpack will have it again. They run it inside and get past Rizzo. It's a 1st down for Craig Ebron. 2nd down and 7. The pressure from Jalen Creer. So many great pass rushers. He came off the bench. 3rd down and 13. It's sailed and too far. I believe Creer is in because Dombrowski got hurt on that previous possession. And he has not returned yet. We've lost some secondary players, but losing someone in this defensive line I think would be the most costly thing. One of the most costly things that could happen to this team. 6:45 to go in the game. And breaking a tackle and getting to the 29 is good. Quick pass, and the open man is Simons. Kunalik on 2nd down, breaks the pocket, and picks up 1st down yardage, and that's the injury, too, you gotta worry about. He's gonna come off, and you know what that means. In the game now, Shakir Barmore, the former #1 rated quarterback prospect in the country. Hands off, Ted Good. Strong carry, getting 9. Barmore coming in relief. What a spot for him in a tie game. But he might be able to lean on the run. Oh, that's stuffed. Mastrud couldn't get through. And we just might have to put it in Barmore's hands. 3rd down. Caught. 1st down is Skeevil. Oh, that's Kunalik back in the game. Never mind. So only out for a very short while. Kunalik in the game again. 3.5 to go. Ted Good. As we might be playing for the field goal here. 3rd down and 5. Kunalik strike caught by McCracken. And under 3 minutes to go. Running it with Good. Good job fighting through contact and lowering the shoulder. 2nd and 4. This is Ted Good once again. He's going to score. Touchdown, Miami. With 2 minutes for the Wolfpack to answer. And can they put this in the end zone? Wolfpack 3rd and 2. Westbrook spins and is intercepted. It's taken by Oscar Virgin. And Miami is only a minute 16 from another conference win. Looking for a 9-2 record. A 1st down would just about put this away. And Ted Good coming off a great possession. I do think he's been our best running back this season. And I've really enjoyed watching him take on that role and develop into our starter. He's going to take it left. Good gets through and close to the 1st. Good one more time and denied. NC State uses their last timeout and they are going to see the football again. But Dylan Chosen can deliver the knockout blow right here. It's a 53-yard field goal. The freshman from long range. It is good. The chosen one puts the Canes up 10. Canes win, and we set up a date with Cal, and a lot is going to be on the line. Kunalik avoids interception in this game, throwing for 169 on 21 attempts. Busy day again for the running backs. Ted Good, 17 for a $129 and a score. 2 runs at 20-plus and 100-plus yards after contact. Sean Simons, 5 grabs, nothing special there in the passing game. And meanwhile, 2 players with 2 sacks, including Braylon Focal. James Bryant joins the recruiting class along with Kevin Burks, giving us 17 players in the class. We are just about done there. And here is the matchup now, Miami and number 5 Cal. What a game. Meanwhile, Pitt is still undefeated. So, the winner of this game would move on to face Pitt if they're able to stay undefeated in conference. If Pitt were to lose their matchup, then who knows? We didn't play them, and neither did Cal, so the tiebreaker would not be head-to-head. But if we take care of business, as we already have 7 times in conference, we're having a chance at another conference championship. And remember, we didn't even win the conference title last year. We lost it and had to go the long way in the playoff. And thankfully, Kevin Dombrowski is not on the injury report, as we do get one of our safeties back this week. Alex McCants returns, and I want him and Schneck to be the starting combo, as Schneck has just been really productive lately. And we are in Berkeley for this matchup, the Golden Bears and the Hurricanes. Unlikely rivals until the Pac-12 became the Pac-2 and spread out the entire West Coast around college football. Let's get it underway. We're putting the offense on the field. Let's see if we can start fast. Tyreek Teague making the start at tight end once again. And we're going to get this day started with Ted Good running left, and he has the edge open. Across midfield. Good with speed. Will take it to the 22. 53-yard jump start for Ted Good. Man, I'm wondering if Tyreek Teague just needs to start. Like, whenever we run to his side, just good things happen. He is on the left here as we run it, and Ted Good's got some more running room and a very, very nice opening. Mastrud, the running back. This is 3rd and 1 Miami. We'll keep it in the air. That is intercepted. And Cal will take over. That is deflating. So Cal has a star quarterback, it looks like. He is a lefty. On first down, checks it down. So why don't we take a closer look at this roster? I haven't really been looking at the opposition a whole lot, but this is a matchup where we should. 10-1 Cal with a lot of trouble there. That's Focal on the pressure. He's getting some more playing time and making the most of it. Their quarterback is Paul Katz, lefty passer, 91 overall. And the running back is Sam Newcomb, a sophomore, 91 speed, 99 ball carrier vision. That really high vision is always really scary. At receiver, George Hawkins is their best, Mitch McNutt, and nobody else really separating here overall-wise. I want to see if we can make plays against this secondary. I mean, only a couple guys in the 80s. We can spread the field and create some tough matchups with our speeds, so I like our matchup in this game. 3rd down and 19 for Katz. And it's a screen set up that will end this possession. In Cal territory now for the second time, Tyreek Teague, the most dynamic Tyreek in football. Kunalik on first down. He fits it in there to Sean Simons. Making me a little nervous after that interception, but a really good decision that time. We'll go to Ted Good, and he's going to work off tackle and get a couple. Mastrud is in the game. We're throwing on 3rd and goal. It is a touchdown. Getting both feet down is Sean Simons. And we do strike first. It's looking like a big day for Ted Good, as Sean Matlock just got hurt, and we don't have a whole lot of tight ends remaining. We have like 4 on the roster. 2 are out of the game. Tyreek Teague is carrying this offense. This is what the channel has been missing, though. An elite blocking tight end that we can get excited about. We've had quarterbacks. We've had Perry Cummings at running back in the Browns series. A lot of great receivers and pass rushers. But blocking tight ends. Never before like Tyreek Teague have we had a superstar of his magnitude. A player who carried us to a championship through his excellent blocking. This is Mastrud. He makes a move outside. First down. Ted Good breaks an arm tackle. Good try. 114 yards already. This could be a 200-yard day for Good. Mastrud on the carry. He's got the first down. Throwing on 2nd down. Slant caught. Esquivel to the 2. Running back is Ted Good. He will run this in for a Miami touchdown. And we're putting the pressure on Cal in this first half. Paul Katz just dumping it outside, and we make a good tackle. Number 11, that is another player. I wouldn't know the name immediately. Good play here, breaking a tackle of Tony Rizzo. Yeah, 11 is Alex McCants. I forgot to update my little sheet here. And Cal is in trouble. That's going to somehow be an incomplete pass. That should be intentional grounding. 3rd down and 10. Even more pressure. Welcome, Dombrowski. 3rd sack and another dominant showing early in this game. Cal is able to get a touchdown right before halftime. And now in the second half, they're trying to work at tying this game up. Changing the flow of this one. 14-7 ball game. A good cutback. 2nd down and 4. A wide receiver screen again with good blocking. Cal giving the home fans something to cheer about. This is taken inside the 10. It's an inside give and goal to go Cal. Just a few yards from tying this game up suddenly. Katz is pressured and sacked. Tremaine Treadwell. They'll run on 2nd and goal and get that lost yardage back. Good pockets. Katz will throw it away. Looked like he had a receiver breaking open in the end zone, but we're going to at least hold our lead. But Cal shrinks it, and it's now 14-10. On 1st down, a laser is in there to Jaden Mastrud, lining up out wide. Bringing pressure, it's out to Esquivel, and that moves the sticks. Plenty of time for Kunalik. He'll run now. Has the 1st down. Looking for more and sliding at the 38. Mastrud never had a chance. Unblocked defender right in his face. So 3rd down and 14. Not sure it's in field goal range from here. Kunalik needs to make a play and looks to do it with his legs. So Dylan Chosen is on. Pretty big try from 51. Chosen drills it. Another big kick for the freshman. Cal just went 3 and out, and we need to build up a 2-score lead. Ted Good with running room taken inside the 30-yard line. Miami in the 4th quarter. We've played very well in 4th quarters this season. Play action. Caught by Mastrud. Canes need 3. Bringing pressure and countered. Caught by Josh Esquivel. Good right up the middle. And taken inside the 5. Had all kinds of room. We're blocking so well for him. We go with 2 tight ends now. And it's going to be a pass. Or Kunalik will do it. Gets a little closer. Motion over Teague, please. Okay, good. And it's going to be Ted Good. Key block thrown by Teague, and they don't call it a 1st down. So we're going to keep the offense on then. We give them the same look. And this time, Ted Good is... I don't think he got it. And they're going to say turnover on downs. What a break for Cal. And it's only a 1-score game as they got to go a long way. But that helps getting 8. Wide receiver screen. A 1st down and a whole lot more. He's across the 50. Coming over. Gainwell, the speedster, had to cross the field entirely. All the way to our 36. So a very quick turn here for Cal with the turnover on downs and the big screen. They fake it and maybe should have handed off instead. It's a sack. Right through the middle, and Foucault's really had a great episode. Great last few games. Long down in distance, not in field goal range here, and they will perhaps have a chance from 53. Oh, they're going to punt. Usually a lot of wind in these games, so maybe facing this end zone, it's not favorable, but we get the ball back with 6 to go. Fake to good. It is tipped and picked off. Cal has it. Another massive takeaway. I've blamed Kunalik for a number of interceptions in this series. Let's see it again. How's the placement? It is way behind Quentin Prescott. Tipped up actually by the defender. So this is certainly on Colin Kunalik. And it goes straight to Gold. Carl Gold playing for the Golden Bears. It was meant to be. And now 30 yards away from a tie game. Katz with the fake. He gets it out. Out of bounds, that is. Picking up the pressure. Katz delivers, and it's dropped. Gainwell on the coverage. And now they're going to keep the offense on the field. So they've made some big plays recently. Now it's our turn. Katz off his spot. It's incomplete. He got planted by Dombrowski. And the Canes take over. Back and forth we go. No one adding any points recently. Ted Good off tackle. Maybe a couple on his 20th carry. And Cal gets off the field again on this third down. They stop Mastrud. Oh no, we're punting it like 25 yards. The sky punt goes to the Cal 44. So which side is dealing with the bad wind then? Because usually you sky kick it, the AI does, into the wind. 8 yards on the run. It's coming down to perhaps this drive right here. Cal keeps it on the ground and is turned away by Butcher. Enrique Butcher, man, that is a guy that would make for a great linebacker series. 3rd down and 1. Katz dumps it, gets the first. On 2nd down, Katz feels pressure and delivers, but the coverage from Rizzo is too contested. 3rd and 10. It's out and shy. And they'll, of course, you went for it on 4th and 6? Now you're going to punt it? I guess it's not like universal. They'll do the same thing in every situation. But how are you not going for it there? On a 4th and 3. You're going to trust your defense here. And maybe you should, the way the last few drives have gone. But that doesn't mean you punt it. Good catch by Teague. You can count on him. It's Ted Good. They cut him down at the 25. 3rd down, Miami. They'll keep it in the air. That's wide open. Out to Jaden Mastrud. A play that could possibly put this game away. Just got to protect the football here, Teddy. Good runs it. A 1st down would end it, and we're 5 yards away. Oh, this is scary right here. We're going to be throwing it. Kunalik. All right, this is for a berth in the ACC title game. And we'll see you there, Tyreek Teague. And this game is over. A messy 4th quarter, but Miami closes. And they're headed to the ACC title game again with an undefeated season. And after the way we played against those SEC teams, I didn't think we could pull this off. This team continues to surprise me. Even our Natty season was a surprise. Big day for Ted Good. Most of that production came early in the game. And Paul Katz avoids interception. Kunalik threw a pair of them, though. And a really great day for this defense. Foucault had 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Treadwell, Dombrowski, Judowski all make their splash plays as well. The recruiting class continues to grow with a couple safeties joining. So we've got Pitt now in the ACC Championship. The winner of this game, of course, will get a playoff spot and a first-round bye. But what if we lose and have 3 losses? Will we still get in? I guess we'll have to see. What a 12-game run, though. This has been a really interesting ride that they've taken us on today. Colin Kunalik, 26 touchdowns and 12 picks. Ted Good, the undisputed best running back in this backfield. Most yards after contact, broken tackles, well above everybody else in terms of average. And then Sean Simons, 10 touchdowns for him. He's the leading receiver. But it's a really good overall unit. I like the way it's come together. Treadwell, 12.5 sacks. 7.5 for Skaggs and Foucault. And then in the secondary, of course, Bouchard. 3 interceptions for Schneck. Now, we are getting Kevin Andrews back. And I think I'm going to keep Teague as the starter. I think that he just boosts the running game so much. And Teague has proven himself very good in the passing game as well today. Here are the Pitt Panthers on the other side, and we might be tested more by their running game. Kyrie Kumar, 94 overall running back, 900-ish yards on the season. Nothing overwhelming there, but very productive. Offensive line looks pretty solid. A few starters are in the 90s, just like ours. Quarterback is David Okuda. He's an 83 overall with mobility and very good short accuracy, not so much a downfield passer. Receivers are kind of intriguing here. Paul Austin, 95 speed for him, 84 catching, and a pretty good downfield route runner. Let's see how we stack up to everybody else in the conference right now. So here are the offense rankings. Pitt is number 1. We are more middle of the pack. We rank very low passing, but very high rushing. These are the 2 best rushing teams in the conference. And we have 2 of the higher scoring teams. We're at 29.4. The top team is at 31.8. So it's all very clustered there anyway. Defensively, you really cannot run on our defense, but Pitt is the 2nd best run D. They've also allowed fewer points than even we have. And that's what's on the line, the first trophy we're going for this season. When this unfolded, I was like, all right, maybe we have a bowl game or something, but clearly a step back. Not yet. Not until we lose again. So Pitt and Miami, number 2 versus number 3. And they will open on a throw over the middle and a solid gain of 7. Can either team establish the running game here? That's going to be Judowski and Treadwell alongside him. But neither team has a good matchup in the running game. It'll be fun to see if anyone can break through. 3rd down and 9 on the opening drive. Pitt with trouble and getting out of there. No first down. Butcher makes the stop. Oh, we nearly blocked that kick. For a second, I wanted to believe. McCracken to the 28. And the Canes will get their day started. It is out to Tyreek Teague. He can run with it. A gain of 16. Ted Good's first carry. Into the teeth of this defense, and he gains 6. We'll try Mastrud with more speed to the edge, and Pitt contains him. We go to 3rd down, and here comes Esquivel. 4-man rush, short and across the field, Esquivel. Ted Good is taken down. Good penetration in the backfield that time. We're going to have our hands full trying to block these guys. They have a star there at the edge. 3rd down, it goes to Prescott. They're sending pressure, and we throw it right into a defender, and Pitt will take it away. Thought we were beating the blitz. Not quite. Not really emphasizing the run here. They throw it over the middle. Good catch by Greg LeBoy. Now they're going to try the run, and with a head of steam, breaking the tackle of Rizzo. That is a really good run. Play action, a lot of that, and they dish it outside, up the sideline, and take into the end zone. What a call for Pitt. And that's their star running back, Kyrie Kumar, and a creative way to get him involved in the game. Miami playing from behind. Good running by Ted Good. We keep it in the air on this third down. Kunalik runs and gets it, but coughs up the football, and the Panthers recover. Back-to-back turnovers and a chance for Pitt to do something very few teams have against us. But can they actually capitalize? A lot of teams struggle to move the ball on us when the field shrinks like this. That's going to be enough. The give, nope, they faked it again, hit the pass across the middle. This team likes to use their play-action passes, and I think that's risky against this front, but it's paid off to this point. Another run, gonna bounce it, gonna score, a touchdown, Kumar. One through the air, one on the ground, and the Canes are down 2 touchdowns. That puts some early pressure on the Canes. Mastrud will gain 6 after a forgetful first quarter. We don't find ourselves in this situation all that often. Flipped ahead. Prescott looks to have the edge. Gets a block from Good in the open field and brought down in Pitt territory. Kunalik dumps it. Esquivel turns it upfield to the 29. Ted Good checks in, cuts up the middle, and brings the Canes into the red zone for the first time today. Facing a 3rd down and 4, they fake it to Mastrud. Kunalik complete, and Prescott down to the 2. And he is shaken up at the end of it. Give to Good. Denied. Can we get this final yard? 2nd and goal. Another run, and Good can't get in. And now he looks to be shaken up at the end of this play. The toughest yard we've had to get all year. 3rd and goal. Mastrud, he's not getting in. Pitt defending their end zone like an elite run defense. We have to take 3. It is not often we see 3 chances like that denied all in a row. And meanwhile, we've got to keep Pitt out of the end zone. Kumar gets met. Taken down by Shakir Skaggs. We have to force field goals from here on out pretty much. 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's out. Not much on the gain. Rizzo with the coverage. We're pressing the receivers on this 3rd down. And the throw is out and batted away by Tony Rizzo. Second half underway. A good start to it for Miami, but let's check the injuries. We saw both Prescott and Good leave earlier, and they're both back. We're getting healthier. Still down a couple cornerbacks. We could be a little bit healthier when the playoffs come around if we are a part of it. Spread the defense out. Mastrud, not much. This is a really good run defense, as we've seen. And that means it's on Kunalik to fix this, trailing by 2 scores in the second half. And he hits Teague for the first. 3rd down and 7. Oh, he threw it right at the defender. Blanket coverage. So we'll attempt to get 3 more back. 43 yards for Dylan Chosen. Barmore puts it down, and Chosen splits the uprights. Okay, that is the biggest penalty I've ever seen. They were on their half. Tremaine Treadwell, it must have been roughing the passer on a big pass for that to happen. Because personal fouls get tacked on. Goal to go. Now we have to protect our end zone the way they did earlier. 2nd and goal. Complete. Wrapped by Rizzo, and now 3rd and goal. To the air. Open. That's a touchdown. Pitt scores. And they're doing all the things that we failed to do. Score in the red zone. Protect the football. Capitalize on your chances. 24-6, and we're going to need Colin Kunalik to flip that switch. Dumps it to Mastrud, jetting to the outside. He gets a first. I think we have to do a lot more of this. Spread the defense out, give up on the running game today. 2nd down, a lot of time. Home run ball, open and overthrown. We have not seen those vertical shots, and he just missed one. 3rd down and 8. That's Mastrud motioning up top. It is a screen thrown right to the defense, man. The Shane Steichen special. Come on. Touchdown, Pitt. So that went about as poorly as it could have ever gone. 41-6. I don't know about y'all, but if a team had 3 losses, including their conference championship, and got blown out in that game, I would not invite them to a tournament of the top 12 teams in college football. That was an ugly game. We didn't do anything well. Running game was contained, as I was worried. Passing game didn't make up for it. Defense wasn't all that great. But you can't win with that kind of offensive performance. 41-6. I did not see that coming. It's our first loss to a non-SEC school. So what is going to be our postseason fate then? I would have to think no playoffs. I think we tank down the standings, at least like into the teens, and we miss out. But let's find out now. Heisman Trophy winner Willie Countess, quarterback for Alabama. And the Miami Hurricanes are matched up with the Iowa State Cyclones in the college football playoff. We are in. We are actually in. We didn't go down the polls. I don't know if they re-vote after conference champion week, but it's as if that did nothing negative to us. We're the 6th seed, so we didn't get a bye, obviously. Pitt is the number 2 seed. But I suppose we are still in this, and if we can beat the Cyclones, then you get Tulane. And that's like the smallest surprising team in the tournament. At the same time, it's early National Signing Day, so I can get a sneak peek at some of the developments on the players I brought in, as we do have a couple stars. Do we have any elite prospects? George Wingard is an elite pass rusher. And then elite on Shaquem Peacock at wide receiver. Can he play now? We kind of need a boost somewhere. James Bryant has star. Kevin Pianalto has star. So it looks like a pretty solid class. And currently it ranks 3rd in the country. Only 2nd in conference. But let's see how far this team can go now. We open against Iowa State. We didn't go into last year's playoff with momentum. We lost our championship game there as well. So welcome back once again to the college football playoffs. We've been here often in the series. We won the title last year and now still have a chance to repeat. But not if the offense plays like they did against the Panthers. So we'll get started. Iowa State 10-2 on the year. Colin Kunalik will get the pass away to Tyreek Teague. Gives this one to Ted Good. Bouncing outside for 6. It's Ted Good trying to go through the blocker instead of around him. Interesting call. I do like the energy, though. We'll convert with the Skeevil into Iowa State territory. The Hurricanes and the Cyclones. What a matchup. Not to mention, this is the matchup in this year's real-life Pop-Tart Bowl, so Always interesting when something in the series ends up matching real life, even somewhat. 3rd down and 4 for Kunalik. Only 3-man rush, wide open to Esquivel. We head to the air. It's right there for Simons. I'm sorry, that's Prescott. Usually it's Simons when it's outside like that. Long opening drive for the Canes. On 3rd and 10, Kunalik stands in, and they will not come close. Iowa State keeps them out of the end zone as Dylan Chosen will put points on the board. An interception for safety Alex McCants puts us right back into scoring position. This team needs a touchdown. Ted Good nearly gets them one. I gotta think this yard is easier than the yard against Pitt, especially with that 3-man front. It is a Ted Good. Why is that not a touchdown? This time it is. Canes back in the end zone. The early pressure is on the Iowa State Cyclones. They have it at our 26, hit a bubble screen. Good tackle there on the outside by Matthew Schneck. I do think the new safeties have been pretty impressive from what we've seen. 2nd down and 7. It's caught. Taken to the 5. They will throw it for the touchdown. No, he dropped it. Looked like he had it secured. 3rd down and goal then for Iowa State. Again, they'll pass. And now scramble in for the touchdown. 10-7. Final minute before halftime. Canes on top, 50 seconds to go. Content running it, but Ted Good gets a nice gain. Iowa State's going to call a timeout. Come on, move the sticks here. Let's keep this going. There's a lot of time to do it. Kunalik finally scrambling, gets a block into plus territory with all kinds of room. So now we are going to try to add some points. Kunalik, and he's chased down for the sack. And that play pretty much ends any hopes of more points here in the half, as we will take this to halftime. Fast start in the second half for Iowa State. It's a red zone trip that's going to result in a field goal. We're in Iowa State territory. Ted Good not able to work to the outside. The offense just not clicking the way they were for much of the year. 2nd and 11 for Kunalik. They go play fake and take another sack, and that's 4 for Iowa State. Much more pass rush than we're dealing with, or we're making them deal with. I want to see him just launch a couple. I know he's got a great arm. And we have the receivers. That's what I'm talking about. Go up, Sean Simons. Bring it down. Kunalik is going to be sacked again, and that is 5. Quick screen and room. Esquivel is brought down. They're in press coverage. Can somebody win off the line? Give Kunalik a chance to throw deep. Maybe he doesn't need to. It's Simons to the 5. Jaden Mastrud following a blocker, and he is not in. What is with the spot? I know he's in. I know it. So he's out, and Ted Good is instead going to be brought down for a loss. Just find Teague and run behind him. It's as simple as that usually. Now he's not on the field, and instead we throw it incomplete in the end zone. Chosen's go-ahead field goal try, a short one, and he got it around that right upright. That's what I'm talking about. 42-yard touchdown, Quentin Prescott on our following possession. We hit the big play. We go up 10 in the 4th. And they have not moved the football well here at all. Miami's driving down. Time is running off, and they should extend this lead. They'll take their 3. It'll take 2 Cyclone touchdowns in 2 minutes. From the 42, pressured and sacked. Tremaine Treadwell. Third down and 17. He floats it deep downfield, and it's knocked away by the safety, Alex McCants. Game on the line right here for Iowa State. This is their season. And they'll get the pass intercepted by Alex McCants. Back-to-back plays, and he's going to seal an opening round playoff win for Miami. There's another playoff win for Boogie Turner and the Miami Hurricanes. They now get a date with the Tulane Green Wave. Colin Kunalik, player of the game. We have never faced Tulane to my memory in this series. Couple really good linebackers, a good pass rusher, Quinton Shun, a running back in Kevin Hearns, maybe their best running back since Matt Forte. A lot of great front seven players, really good offensive linemen, and Landon Tavares is their star quarterback from Shreveport, Louisiana. Really accurate. Ratings look pretty solid, honestly. This Tulane team should not be overlooked. Going to check our injury reports as we are missing now Matt Bouchard and Enrique Butcher. I noticed he wasn't out there on that last drive, and he's not going to play in this game either. We are going to welcome back Matt Freeman, though. He has not played in a long time and is only able to come back because our season went so far. We've got one trophy this year, and now look for the Fiesta Bowl victory. If we win this one, it might be a rematch with the Pitt Panthers up next. Malcolm Schomer catches the first pass of the game. He's been getting on the field a little bit more in these recent weeks, and that is a Paul McCracken 55-yarder. He gets hurt in the process. That is how we start, though. Tulane follows it up, 44-yard run for Kevin Hearns. And the fireworks are going off early in this game. They don't get a touchdown. Ted Good, 23 yards. Third down Miami, right on the edge of field goal range. We're indoors. I think we'd try it. But maybe not from this distance. Big sack for Tulane. Is that an All-American patch? Is he that good? They have already hit a couple long runs on us. Kevin Hearns had a 31-yarder just now, a 40-plus yarder on the opening drive. Already one of the better rushing performances against us on the year, perhaps. And they'll run it into Shakir Skaggs. Without Enrique Butcher, number 59, Quan Byam is now in his spot at linebacker. They go over the middle, and Byam makes the tackle. He has 4 already. Double A gap showing here on third down. We drop out. There's time and room. Scrambling and getting the first down. Getting it out and taken down to the 25. Landon Tavares is the quarterback. 2nd and 9 over the middle. Taken to the 3. Can Tulane punch it in when they need to against all these 5-star defensive linemen? They'll toss away and not get in. Play is made. Number 13, another player I am not super familiar with, but we keep him out of the end zone. No, they faked it. They really faked it. I love it. I do love the call there, but it failed. What a gutsy call. Dan Campbell's stamp of approval on that play. Tulane turns it over. Miami will work out of their own end zone now with Good gaining 4. Third straight run, and Tulane gives it up. First down, Mastrud. We go to Good, who works through the middle, through some mess out to the 30. A very good run. It's always fun watching running backs that can create yardage just like that. Kunalik's going to head to the air now, and wide open is Teague. On a screen, it's Simons going absolutely nowhere. Usually this double A gap is nothing more than a bluff, and that passes again here. Kunalik is sandwiched in the pocket and sacked. We are approaching halftime. Miami is on the move. They have it in Tulane territory, but continue to take negative plays, and that throws off the whole drive when it could have been at least a field goal. The halftime score was 7-3, and Tulane has the first scoring chance of the third quarter. We send pressure at them, and the pass is on target. You throw that behind the receiver, it's very dangerous, and I feel we've seen that play out many times. But to the 35 they go, feeding Hearns a first down carry. One loss all year for the Green Wave, and that is another dangerous pass, knocked away by Tayshaun Bishop. Good pass to the outside now, and that makes the third down easier. Gotta get 2, and the run is open. Hearns inside the 10. 133 through the ground. He's passing from the 10. We're just giving up these short throws over and over again. Gotta contest things now. Play tighter coverage. Maybe some man. Well played that time. Freeman, number 33, he's back in there. So this is where they failed on that previous scoring chance, and they'll fail again. Taken out by Matthew Schneck. They will not fake it twice. There's no way. The kick is true. It's the fourth quarter and still only a 1-point game. We had such a fast start with 2 opening drives for each team combining for 10 points. And since then, just 3. But now it's anyone's ball game late. Miami ball right now. Working toward Tulane territory, but the run it hasn't been there. A couple carries here or there give me some hope, but we haven't been good enough on first down, which good running teams are. Ted Good on second down, a bit better. We move to third down against the pressure. Catch is made by Esquivel. Ted Good downhill. That is what we're looking for on these first down carries. To the air again. That's caught by Prescott. 2nd and 6. Short Kevin Andrews. It moves the sticks. Kunalik heads to the air, and that's when Tulane creates the pressure. Loss of 6. So their goal now is to force a field goal and just keep them in a spot where a touchdown is all they need to go and take the lead. We throw motion out. Esquivel in the middle. 4 receivers in the game now. Kunalik to the air. Underneath. And a first down. Quentin Prescott. And a run Mastrud. He's going to get in this time. They rule it a touchdown. Will they review it? They will not. And the Miami Hurricanes looking to go up 8 on Tulane. Close to securing a semifinal spot. I've simmed through a couple failed drives by Tulane. They're just not moving the football and they're running out of time. But it ain't over yet. A minute to go. Down by 8. Big catch over the middle. Taken to the 26. They need the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. 26 yards away. 50 on the clock. Pressure there. Stepping up and getting it away. I thought there was room to scramble. Empty against the Miami pressure. It doesn't get there, and the pass is overthrown. Wow, you cannot miss that. 3rd down and 10. Pressured. Chased, and the jump pass thrown away. And here's the game right here for the Green Wave. Miami sends 4. They'll get it away. It's knocked down. In the end zone, Alex McCants. He's made some plays. And that is going to send us to the semifinals, where we should have a matchup. Well, I guess Pitt still has to win their game. But a 14-6 win, Miami rolls on. We get to the postseason, lean on this defense, and do just enough on offense. That was the plan last year. Kunalik stacking player of the game honors. Even if the defense is really more the reason we're winning these games. He does at least avoid mistakes in this one. He didn't play poorly. Numbers are solid. Running game, could have been better. But the defense, again, just so hard to score on us. And there's the rematch with Cal, not Pitt. Okay, then. I saw they were still in the tournament, and they beat Pitt 33-21. So your final four are Miami and Cal. Ole Miss and Oregon are still in it. And last year's national championship matchup, of course, was Miami and Oregon. And we're playing in the Rose Bowl this matchup. Miami looking for a return to the national championship. Losing to Pitt had me thinking we wouldn't even be a playoff team. Yet here we are. And let's begin against a team we've already beaten convincingly in this episode. We run Ted Good to start. He breaks out a spin and gains 4. Kunalik on 3rd and 5. Hit as he throws. And Cal is going to force a 3 and out. Paul Katz gets started and hits a receiver on the outside as Shakir Skaggs. He's shaken up. We've gotten healthier approaching the biggest games of the year, but now down one of our best defensive linemen. They're going to attack the middle. Another run, and a lot of room to do it, too, for Gregory Finney. We did not see him in the previous meeting, so maybe their lead running back is out. On the counter, good blocking in the secondary. Saving a score is Alex McCants. Boy, would Cal like a fast start to this game. And they continue to run and gash this defense. How essential is Shakir Skaggs? He's not out there. Braylon Foucault is in his place. And it's another first down. To the right, much better penetration. And there's Treadwell. So we make a play. Now can they fix their possession? Because sometimes it just takes one negative play. 2nd down and 14. They sit it down and get to the 9. And can you put it in the end zone? Paul Katz will try. And he's taken down. There he is. Back in the game. Shakir Skaggs. Field goal try up, and it is good. Cal strikes first. Miami's second drive begins, and Ted Good held to a gain of 2. We need to see some more out of this running game. It's worrying me that we're not getting many big plays really on the ground or through the air. Every scoring drive has to be a long, grueling possession. 3rd down and 2. It's Mastrud. Nice running. Ted Good's got running room. He takes it right through the middle of the defense. 1st and 10. Kunalik. That's the laser we're waiting on, but wait a minute. They reviewed that. Pressure coming. Kunalik deep. Caught by Simons. A 22-yard reception. You just got to throw him the football. He'll find a way to come down with enough of them. 17 yards out. Ted Good, tough running, gets 5. Kunalik to throw it. Hits Simons. He'll hit the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That drive showed a lot of life for this offense. Miami in the second quarter, they're putting together another drive suddenly. They do suffer a penalty and a sack, though, so forget about that possession. Missed a 54-yard field goal. And then they respond a 63-yarder to Mitch McNutt. And we go back-to-back negative runs before Ted Good somehow gets us 31. Let's jump back in. 10-7 Cal. Ted Good ripping one off again toward midfield. 2 minutes to play in the first half, and that is incomplete. Couldn't reel it in. So who's getting the chance at a 2-minute drive here? 3rd and 6. It's going to be Simons a little shy. And we leave the offense on here in a key spot. I love the call. Passing, Kunalik. It's broken up. Great response by the Bears. And they take over at their own 43. Paul Katz is intercepted. Turned around. Alex McCants. I've been saying his name nonstop like the last 4 games. First big turnover. And we're back where we were like 30 seconds ago. Second and inches. That's intercepted now. Double coverage on McCracken. Kunalik will save the touchdown. Trading interceptions here before the half. Pressure coming. Katz loses the football. Rizzo recovers. Nobody wants to keep possession. Don't throw a pick again, please. Colin, he takes the sack. Firing deep. Kunalik, it's tipped. Intended for Simons. Doing exactly what I asked him to do earlier, though. Give him a chance. Second half now. Cal football after their defense made a couple really big plays there at the end. And now a 45-yard touchdown creates a 10-point cushion. Big plays out of nowhere for this Cal offense. Meanwhile, unbelievable. They did not just do it again. 79-yard touchdown, George Hawkins. My goal when I'm simming like this is that, we still get to see most of the key action. But when there are massive plays like that, hard to account for. We don't usually see 3 in one game like that, though, from the opposition. So we're down 17. Our season and our return to the championship is on the line. Miami still has time, but Kunalik is going to have to play like an MVP. That is a first down run for Ted Good. We're going to go to the air. Kunalik wants to scramble, gets the first, a lot more, sliding in Cal territory. The motion, and that is Prescott. He gets a block, maybe a couple, and 9. Colin Kunalik feels pressure and can't scramble away. Too much. If they only get 1 defender through, it's fine, but 3, a little bit tougher. Third quarter is winding down. We need every drive we can get, and they've got to be touchdowns. Catch and run. Malcolm Schomer, former 5-star prospect. He's been checking in more and more. I don't think there's any injury, but he helps us recover on second down. And here it's going to be Prescott. Down to the 3. Looking for a touchdown. Ted Good is going to get it. In on the screen pass. We got more work to do, but that's step 1. And we'll head to a big fourth quarter against the Cal Golden Bears. They've basically relied on big passes throughout the game. They've hit enough of them. Can't happen again. We have 3 points of wiggle room here. Allowing a field goal isn't the worst thing. The time it may run off the clock on a field goal drive, though, is more my concern. But a chance to leave the field now. Third down and 2. They motion into the backfield. And Katz with time dumps it at the back of a receiver. Didn't turn around for it. That's step 2. Get this stop. So 2 more scores in the fourth quarter is what we need. Kunalik starts the drive. Airs it out. Leaping catch. What a play, Kevin Andrews. And if he's not out there already, like by default on every play, I want him because he's the big play threat at tight end. And they have him out there. We might be missing one of our leaders right now. Oh, no. Tyreek Teague, that's a 5-week injury. And we currently have Fernando Flores out, torn labrum. He ain't coming back to this game. No, Tyreek Teague, that's his career then. The blocking tight end is out. Kevin Andrews replacing him. It's a carry for Ted Good, and he spun out of a tackle to gain 8. The carry goes to Ted Good, bursting through, gain of 7. Play action, Kunalik, it's deflected away from Evil Esquivel. 3rd down and 3, a conversion. That's complete. 6.5 minutes to go in this game. It's 3rd and 10. Quick throw, going deep, caught by Schomer. Showtime, touchdown Canes. It's a 1-score contest. Wow. That ball came out quick. Malcolm Schomer, the 5-star. The Canes have life. It's anyone's game now. Cal up 3, 6 minutes left. They'll throw. Cats overthrows. 2 receivers in the area. The inside give is quickly shut down by Enrique Butcher. Not much to talk about with their offense these last few drives. 3rd down and 10. Cats under pressure. Hit again. Incomplete. Ted Good running over a Bear. Gain of 7. This is a 3rd and 2 for Miami. Wanting to pass. Wide open. Esquivel to the 31-yard line. Kunalik in these crunch time moments, you got to admit he's been at his best. He loves the pressure. We're in field goal range from here as well. Kunalik's going to throw it out of reach for Kevin Andrews, who had a lot of running room. Ball came out late anyway. 3rd down. Cal wants to keep us out of the end zone. That's complete to Simons at the 15. Kunalik on 2nd down. Perfect throw and on time to Simons. That is a long yard we need. I don't know about running it. The motion man is Esquivel on 3rd down. Kunalik will pass and get it. Touchdown! Evil Esquivel into the end zone. From 3 scores down, it is all erased. And we take the lead with 2:12 left. Cal needs a touchdown or it's over for them. They've thrived on big plays. Can they find one more? Paul Katz to the outside. 6 yards to open as we hit the 2-minute warning. What a comeback for this offense, man. That was like record time, too. Perfectly done. But Cal is going to have a good opportunity now. 1 score to win it, basically. We'll see how the clock is managed here in this case as well. 1:50 on the clock. Katz pressured. He's hit down. Couldn't get it away. Kevin Dombrowski, a wrecking ball in the middle of this Cane front. 4-man rush, 3rd down. Katz hit. Got it out there. And now it's 4th and 7. Bears have 2 timeouts left. Here we go. Biggest play. It's caught. They got deep again. Touchdown, Cal. No, man, not again. Another big play touchdown for the Bears. George Hawkins. He was doing that in the simming, and he does it again. The safety has a lot of room to cover over there. I don't like these coverages very much. Schneck was not able to get out there. And we have to do this all over again, trailing by 3. The offense is in great form, though. These last 3 drives have been excellent. 31-28. Kunalik with the game on the line. Zips it to Simons. We're across the 50 in 1 play. I really like watching Sean Simons. Kunalik not able to escape, and we have to use a timeout. We're still going to need a 1st down, and that throw is into coverage. Intercepted. No, not like this. Cal is going to advance. Kunalik grabbing at his ribs. And our season is about to come to an end. He made a great play on the previous throw to Simons. And now against the pressure, I think Simons gets bumped maybe a little bit. But really, he's never in good position. The safety there, or the corner, whoever's out there, has the leverage. He just kind of panics. And that is how the title defense is going to end for Miami. An absolute heartbreaker. All that work in the comeback just to give up the lead in the way Cal built it up in the first place. And they can celebrate a national championship appearance. Could it be Cal and Oregon? Man, George Hawkins, 193 and 3 scores. With the ultimate heartbreak in the end. 4 touchdowns for Cats. 4 touchdowns for Colin Kunalik, but 1 mistake too many. You know, we got that magical run last season. But the turnovers never left Kunalik's game, and it was bound to happen in a big spot eventually. Although he was pretty close to being the player of the game of this one. What a season. That was great. Excellent run, a lot of fun games, and our only close loss all year comes in the very end. It's actually going to be Cal and Ole Miss. So had we won, we'd have to avenge our SEC demons against Ole Miss, which would have been an interesting narrative. And Ole Miss, they are the champions, topping Cal in this year's national championship. And that wraps up a very full action-packed video here with the Miami Hurricanes. We're going to go through some stats and one more thing here, but it's overall a very successful year, one of our best years in the series. We scored a playoff victory for only the 3rd time in the Dynasty, 2 years in a row of making it to the college football playoff. This was a good year, I think, especially being a play away from going to the national championship. Colin Kunalik, could that be it for his career? That's what I'm going to do to end this video, is go to players leaving, because I want to know if that's it or if there's more to his story. And if you guys want to see what is left in another video like this. But if that is it, Colin Kunalik is going to leave a very polarizing quarterback. A lot of touchdowns, a lot of interceptions. That's who he was from start to finish. Ted Good ended up running for over 1,000 yards and was our best running back this year with 10 touchdowns. Not a bad job of filling in for Randy Titus. Mastrud and Boger had their moments, but Ted Good was easily our most effective player there. Sean Simons, the leading wide receiver, big-time playmaker, really, really like his game. And from the moment I scouted him, I'm like, that's our guy. I know not everything is perfect, but there's enough to like. The spec catch, the height, weight, speed always intrigued me. Prescott was also a lot of fun to watch this year, and he's only a redshirt sophomore. So conceivably could still get even better from here. Andrews, McCracken, we had some good role players. Tyreek Teague, his career is now over. A very early player that I brought in this series, and unfortunately he ends injured. But he was obviously a great blocker, man. In this video, I've been watching his blocks more than I've watched like any tight end blocking. So he's one of my favorite role players of this entire series. Tackles gave up some sacks. That's always been a trend in this series. Kevin Irving gave up 11. Defensively, Tremaine Treadwell, redshirt senior, just like that, 15.5 sacks. Should be an early draft pick. It took him all the way until his redshirt senior year to play. That's how stacked this team was. I couldn't get him on the field until then. We had 3 pass rushers, I think, get drafted last year. At least 2 on the edge. But 3 graduated. Shakir Skaggs, he is the young redshirt freshman. So it's not often I see 99 overall players in this game. I'd have to think he could get there. Fulcolt was pretty good on this last stretch of games, and then Lester Judovsky, 6.5 sacks. Treadwell kind of stole the spotlight from him, as this was his second year contributing, not nearly as productive as a season ago, while playing a lot more snaps. And then our secondary, they certainly gave up a lot of big plays today. A lot of them came in simulating. The safety tandem of McCants and Schneck did give us a little bit of hope there. They picked up some interceptions. McCants especially made a lot of plays in the games we were watching. 97 zone coverage. Perhaps that has something to do with him seeming to always be in the right spot at the right time. Schneck, as a redshirt senior, I thought also had a lot of great plays, 96 zone coverage for him. And then Dylan Chosen, 20 of 24, very good freshman season. I know that the freshman year for Willie Shembo didn't really go all that well, so that exceeded expectations. Here are career marks. Colin Kunalik, 89 touchdowns, 57 picks. Does he look to add on to his legacy, or does he decide to declare? We're going to find out here very shortly. Just taking a quick glance at all the career marks, and then I want to check out the record book to see if I've missed anything there. Colin Kunalik actually becomes the leading passer in Miami history. 10,753 yards. The Canes struggled for years to find quarterbacks ever since their 2001 national championship season. So Colin Kunalik gave them something they hadn't had in a very long time. So he breaks the Miami record for passing yards and passing touchdowns with 89. Could he get to 100? It would take another year. He has also set the single-season passing record for Miami and the single-season passing touchdown record. So he's rewritten a lot of the history here for this school. And now the moment of truth. We started the episode with players leaving. We end the episode with players leaving. And Colin Kunalik would be projected to go in the 4th round of the NFL draft. Persuasion chances guaranteed. Fernando Flores projected to go in round 1. Low chance of persuasion. So, if we wanted Kunalik to come back for one more, that is actually our decision. Look at that, Tyreek Teague projected 7th round. I'm so happy to see that. That's awesome. There are probably more players that deserve to be drafted, like Edmund and Treadwell, Tony Rizzo as well. So, after seeing the first episode of its kind here, would you like to see me do this again? I will be checking the feedback and to see how this video performs, because it's going to be something very different. But this is what I've wanted to experiment with. Some more gargantuan episodes, I guess. I want to do some more all-in-one experiences. In this case, it is an entire season start to finish. I would be interested in potentially doing this again. So leave your feedback, leave a like on the video, and let me know if we run this back. Do we have Colin Kunalik return for one more year? If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for your support on the content and just allowing me to focus on this full time as I have for many years. I've really enjoyed putting this video together, and I think it was a really good one for this series. And I will see you all again next time.